What's up, guys? Welcome to another Talking Bull podcast. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. We're here to bring you your weekly nerd news and talk some bull. This week, we are going to be talking about Comic-Con and everything that was announced. Well, not everything. I'm sure we'll gloss over a bunch of shit.
We're recording this Sunday right now, Sunday afternoon. So over there, it's Sunday morning.
Yeah. So if something happens Sunday, we'll miss it. But Marvel already went, so we've missed.
Not much most of Sunday.
It. Exactly.
It's the last day. Not much.
Yeah. Usually. Big
right now, everything is usually out.
So we'll go over some stuff, and again, if we miss something, you guys check all your local sites and whatnot, and Twitter and everything. But before we get into that, big announcement for us, kind of, we are now on Spotify. You can now get the audio version of this on Spotify. That's cool. So yeah, it's I submitted it the other day. They're like, here you go, we're on there. You can follow, you can listen, and so if you
it works the same way as like iTunes, where you just send that link from the other place.
Yeah, I send them the RSS feed, and it just links right to it automatically. So every week it'll be uploaded as soon as I upload it to SoundCloud. So if you were hesitant to listen to this on iTunes or wherever the hell you can find it, you can get it there. I found out the other day we're on iHeartRadio.ca/podcasts.
Oh, we're on there too?
Yeah,
iHeartRadio?
Yeah. I'm like, that's pretty fucking dope.
Crazy.
So yeah, this RSS feed just goes kind of everywhere except for like the Stitcher podcast service, because you have to submit it to different. But yeah, we're on there. We're like on FM Play or whatever that thing is called.
I wonder if there's one selected source that you could search your RSS feed and see where you are and what numbers you have, because what are our numbers on iHeartRadio?
I have no fucking clue, and I don't know if SoundCloud tracks all of that.
Yeah,
because I know Spotify tracks different than SoundCloud.
Yeah,
so
and
who
iTunes
knows?
Doesn't track, we can't see it yet because it's not.
Yeah, and I don't know if the SoundCloud ones go to the iTunes.
I've always taken the SoundCloud. That's quick side note. I've always looked at SoundCloud and let's say it says 10.
Yeah,
I figured that was 10 people went to SoundCloud and watched it there.
See, I always figured it was a split between SoundCloud and iTunes.
Well, now you know that RSS feed goes everywhere, so who knows?
Who fucking
It wouldn't be iTunes. It would be iHeartRadio. It would be the other one. It would be there, So I've always taken it as if you listen to it directly on SoundCloud.
Yeah. So in the description below,
someone describe
I'm going to
how the fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to put the actual link that'll take you right to Spotify. So if you were like, hey, I can't find it on Spotify, you just got to search Talking Bull. But if it still doesn't come up, which it did because I searched it and it came right up, I'll put the link down below and it'll send you right to it. And we'd appreciate it if you gave us a follow there. Even if you're not going to listen to it, that it just helps us get out there a little bit more than we already are. I don't even know where to begin. You know what? I'm going to start with Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, because that is just awesome to me. And
good trailer.
Good trailer. Everything's back. It ties off to everything else he always does, which it normally does. He loves. You put so much passion into his shit, which I absolutely love. And of course, Jay and Silent Bob are his big things, and I can't wait. The trailer was awesome. It ties back into Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, as well as all the little characters with Holden and Binky and just I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. It's got Affleck's back in it. They're now BFFs again, which is great. Damon's in it as well, and then I can't wait to watch that. The trailer was great. Finds out who's making a Blunt Man and Chronic reboot, a la Batman v Superman kind of thing, and they're like, "Fuck, we gotta stop this movie again," which is funny because at the end of the last movie they didn't stop it, and it was awful. Yeah,
they were in it. They didn't stop it, but they filmed scenes for it.
and then you see Chronic in that movie is played by Supergirl herself, Melissa Bennett, which is awesome. That's cool. Obviously, he's got the CW people because he's worked with them now, and anywhere Kevin Smith goes, he just makes friends and brings them along, which I love. And you see them in his movies, and they make cameos, and fuck, man, if I knew that dude, and he'd be like, "Hey, do you want to be in my movie for a 5-second cameo?" I'd be like, "Yes, fuck yes." I love that dude. He's one of the reasons why we do this fucking thing. And it's just, I can't wait to watch it. The trailer was great. There's that reveal of he goes to Shannon Elizabeth's house. And she's like, this is our love child. And of course, it's not what you expect when he opens the door.
I'm going to need to see a paternity test.
Which is great because you don't think Jay can say paternity test.
Or know what one is.
Or know what one is. But you can tell right away that this movie is just full on not caring because the first fucking thing out of this thing is a curse word. He's like, come on with your fucking hands up. And I'm like, it's just like minor people.
No
he has no dick. He's like, he's got a dick. It's just tucked away. You're like, okay. Someone wrote that as dialogue, and it's great. I love it. But yeah, so then you see Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley Quinn Smith, who's pretending to be deaf.
I didn't get that part.
I think she's just trying to look innocent, and then he's like, fuck no, we're not taking you. And they both pull out knives, and they're like, whoa.
She was signing for them.
Yeah.
I think because she thinks Silent Bob is deaf.
I don't know. So but it's a really funny bit. Yeah. And then, like, you just see, like, clips, the soundtrack kind of kicks in, and you just see clips of the movie and various things that are going to happen in it. And then, like, Method Man and Redman doing that bit of like anyone can be a dad with what was it, Comey said?
Yeah.
And then he's like skeet. And I'm like, that's pretty poignant. And I saw another like there's an extended clip of that where like Silent Bob wipes gum off his face.
Oh, when does that come out? For that? Maybe in the article.
Yeah, I think there's
Scrub.
Skeet.
It just says fall 2019.
So it doesn't officially have one yet. But yeah, it's great. And then, like, again, all of his players are back, which...
Rosario,
Biggs, I like the joke that he's going to direct. Kevin Smith is directing the Blunt Man and Chronic movie. So you know they're just going to shit all over him, and it's him, so it's great. Mm-hmm. And then, like, they're doing a panel at Comic-Con of, like... Yeah, just
from the first movie, Biggs and James Van Der Beek.
Of just making fun of it, and I didn't catch this the first time, but you said it. Hemsworth is in it. Yeah,
there's I didn't see it the first time either until the second time, but there's
like, oh shit, yeah. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I just spilled it on myself. Good thing I did.
Chronic is played by Supergirl herself, and I think it looked like the way that I seen it was a picture, the one that mirrored the Superman Batman picture.
Yeah,
and he tweeted it out, Kevin, and then Ben retweeted it and liked it, and that was the first thing of like, is he Bluntman in that picture?
That would be hilarious.
When you look at it, it kind of looks like
Batfleck.
Yeah, and I'm like, is he Bluntman? And then like later on throughout the day, you got the trailer and you saw that he is in it.
Yeah,
which he hadn't been in the last few movies because they had a falling out, whatever. And I'm like, oh,
his wife
crazy.
Or his ex-wife now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was fucking dope. I can't wait to see that. I'm excited. We got a new trailer for It Chapter 2. Yeah, see you later. New trailer for It Chapter 2. I didn't watch it because I haven't watched the first one yet. I went to watch it. And here's what I went to watch it, and I'm just like, I'm not in the mood to watch this right now. And I shut it off. It's just one of those things. I'm like, I really want to watch it. I plan to watch it. I just wasn't in the mood.
Yeah, I think time has passed now. You just don't watch it. You don't watch the second one.
It'll be one of those ones where I just fucking randomly decide I'm gonna watch it one day, and that will be what I get around to doing. We got a first clip of Rick and Morty season 4. I didn't watch it
longer than the other one because they had that weird announcement trailer like a few months ago.
This is just the clip. I didn't watch it because I'm like, I'll wait.
Yeah,
whatever.
But you know the announcement trailer from a few months ago. That one was weird. It was just them yelling at the camera.
Yeah. So we got a clip for that. Shows it's moving along rather nicely. Batman Beyond is getting a complete remastered. Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna touch on that slightly. Batman Beyond is getting a complete series like remastered of the. Half of it, and then 11 episodes can't because the stuff is too damaged. They can't fix it, so they tried to do what they could with it.
Just fix it.
Yeah, so that's cool. There's a comparison video in the link. You can tell they fixed it up and touched it.
And like I said, I seen something about this article too, and in it teased like one of those things where like if this sells well, maybe they'd consider doing a 4th season. And which I assume would just go to the network.
Yeah. Conroy and Will Freddy.
Yeah,
who both do it, still talk about this show.
Oh, yeah.
And still would do it. So like,
100%.
and it's the same with the Justice League cast.
Yeah.
Who wants to make the show?
Yeah.
Guys, just put it on your network. We keep saying this. You have a network. You want to do it. Speaking of that, Young Justice renewed for season 4 on DC Universe. They specifically were like, it's renewed on DC Universe.
I think DC Universe is still going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be available through there. But I hope it's separate still. Because one day I wish to get it here.
Yeah.
Because I want the comic stuff. I want to be
Yeah.
able to get all the books
Mhm.
and buy the stuff that way. One day.
Yeah,
I hope
one
and
day.
pray.
I didn't even
wish-
realize, by the way, the second half of season 3 was back. I thought it was next week.
Was it last week?
Yeah.
This aired?
Yeah.
The first episode?
Yeah.
Because it's going weekly.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I like waiting.
I wanted to release those like 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's happened. And then they announced the start date for Titans season 2, which I believe was September 6th.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Really soon. That's amazing.
I'm gonna rewatch the first episode. The first season.
I will
again.
too. I saw a leaked photo of Aqualad's costume.
Yeah.
It's him, Hawk and Dove, and Nightwing, and someone off to the side.
Actual Nightwing?
No, not Nightwing. Sorry,
Oh.
Robin. He's
Oh,
wearing the
Robin
Robin suit,
excited.
but they're all wearing suits,
Yeah.
and it looks amazing. And then there was some guy. I don't know who leaked it, and then there was also Deathstroke's suit.
Oh, sorry.
Cover it in the mic.
I did see that one but I think it was his the son.
Jericho.
Jericho.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, suits, full realized suits, full like tighteny things.
Titans was an awesome show. I watched it twice already. and I'm
I'm
gonna
very
burn it again
excited
before
for the
this
fact of like they're going
Superboy.
full suits. We're
Superboy.
Superboy.
I mean,
Full
he has no
suits.
suit. He just he's
But
in a
still,
t-shirt.
like-
but I fucking love it.
Like-
Superboy, we're getting Aqualad.
It's so good.
And Aqualad is what's his name, right?
I couldn't even.
What the fuck is his name from the TV show?
Oh,
No,
not Garth. Fuck. Calderon.
Calderon. I believe it's Calderon.
Yeah, I think so
Right?
too. Little bit of sad news. We don't normally touch on this, but we have before, so I just want to bring it up. They actually shut down production of season 2 because a crew member died during a stunt. During one of their, they were testing the process for one of the stunts that they were going to do on screen, and I guess he got injured. He was hit by a heavy object and he was killed. Warren Appleby was his name. He was the special effects coordinator. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to see that happen, especially like just on a freak accident. They said that it involved the car was supposed to flip on its side, but a piece of the shrapnel flew off and struck the crew member in the head. He died en route to the hospital. I guess the Canadian, because it's filmed in
It's filmed in Toronto.
They're looking into like what happened, obviously.
they have to go
but from what all it's just the freak accidents that
Yeah.
happened, and that sucks. For his family and whatever. But that's a sucky thing that happens, and you don't want to see that happen to anybody on there. They shut production down for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Ministry of Labor. That's the word I was thinking of. But yeah. Terrible tragedy, and we wish his family well in their tragic time. That'll go.
Okay. Let's move.
Halloween officially announced 2 sequels: Halloween Kills in 2020 and Halloween Ends in 2021. That middle one is a terrible fucking name.
Kills.
Kills what? Expectations at the box office?
Halloween.
The franchise?
Halloween Kills.
It's a
Little
terrible name.
Little kids. Halloween kills little kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it does.
Obesity.
That's where I was going. You're pumping these little kids with all this fucking candy. It's going to rot in their teeth. It's going to expand their bellies. It's going to get fat and lazy.
And you're
Kill
us.
kids.
And you make a podcast. That's they just confirmed it. They're doing back-to-back sequels. I wonder if they're gonna tape them back-to-back. Everybody's set to returns.
I'd assume so, if not back to back, at least maybe some things, and then they go back and finish the second one.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they do that where they're like, well, we're here, we'll film a couple scenes.
So October 16th, 2020, and October 15th, 2021.
Yeah,
so back to back. They're already working on them. Halloween, the remake, the newest one.
Did you see the new one?
Yeah, it was really good.
And that was a sequel to the original one.
The original one. It ignored every other continuity. It does what Dark Fate is trying to do and is failing miserably at.
Dark Fate. So
speaking of Dark Fate,
Terminator Dark Fate. We not to get confused with any other movie that has Dark or Fate in it.
None of them. Because it's a stupid fucking name.
Well, no, there's Fate of the Furious. There's Darker the Moon. It's a hybrid of words that they like to use for titles, is what I'm saying.
They took darts and threw them at the thing. But at least Darker the Moon makes sense.
Fate of the Furious.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the. You know what? Fuck the Fast and the Furious.
Fate is a play on.
These are also people that named their movie Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
No, I'm telling you, number 10, Fast, 10, Furious. That's gonna say that. I'm telling you, it's gonna say Fast, 10, Furious, for number 10.
I thought it was just gonna say we ran out of actors. Furious.
That would be the subtitle. It would say Fast 10 Furious. This is who's left.
Oh, see, I thought it was who's left of the Furious, comma, we have John Cena and the Roman Reigns.
Oh, Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
Yeah. But not to be confused with Momoa. It's a really long subtitle. It's like Harley Quinn.
It's like Harley Quinn. It's like Harley Quinn and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn with Birds of Praise and Black Masks and
allegedly
and 80s themed movies taking place in 2019.
So I'm just gonna read what this guy wrote on a comic book movie because everything in this sentence is wrong. And I'm going to point it out when I'm done reading it. This whole paragraph is just a clusterfuck of stupidity. Yeah, you know what? You read it, because I'll fuck up every other word.
After 3 pretty terrible Terminator movies, it's fair to say that a lot of fans aren't exactly counting down the days until Terminator Dark Fate is released. There's certainly a lot about the movie that looks great, and it's seemingly in safe hands with Deadpool director Tim Miller. But can it escape the failings of previous installments and put things back on track? Well, there was a panel devoted to the movie at Comic-Con yesterday evening, and a lot of very exciting information has come to light, which could help get you really psyched for this one.
There is only one little bit of information in the entire paragraph that is right. A lot of fans aren't exactly counting down to Terminator Dark Fate is revealed.
There's only one part of what I read that was correct. There was a panel held yesterday afternoon.
Oh, and Deadpool director Tim Miller is on it.
There was a panel yesterday. That's correct. Everything else is wrong.
3 terrible movies? No, there was a terrible one, an okay-ish one, and a kind of okay-ish one. Right? Terminator 3, okay-ish. No, Salvation is the worst. Salvation's terrible. Terminator 3 is kind of okay-ish. I get the idea what it's going for. And then Genesis is kind of okay-ish, all-right-ish.
Genesis is the one that should have fucking worked.
Yeah. And then Dark Fate, there's what exciting information came to light? The movie looks like shit.
Well, no, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it.
So here we go.
What came to light? Hit on view 1 page.
Yes, because I refuse to give comic book 8 pages of things. Okay, so it won't feature an Avengers Endgame style time travel.
Yeah, they told us that the time travel, it's the idea that like you can change the past or can change the future by changing the past. Yeah. Okay. We're not using the Endgame one, which was a weird one anyways.
Again, they destroyed Cyberdyne, and that technically kills Skynet, so a new thing rises and come back and kills John Connor, and now she's the new savior. Yeah. Stupid. Okay, moving on. The movie is rated R. Okay, it still looks like shit. Great, your movie's rated R, they can swear and stab people more.
What the fuck?
No one asked you!
Okay, so I just want to touch on this rated R thing for a second. So, everyone's like, oh, it's rated R, it's awesome, it's great. I'm like, yeah, but what if the movie, can it just be a good movie?
You can make a good movie and not have it rated R.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, I don't think the rating, like, making it rated R is going to make the movie that much better. If your movie is here and you make it rated R, it doesn't go up. It doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
It just keeps it where it's at.
Should they be rated R because they're supposed to be? Yes. It adds to the violence, the level of blood and cursing that the original ones had that make them what they are.
Yeah.
But a terrible movie, regardless of it, is still a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Like, yes, rated R properties that have been rated R should always be rated R. You should not tone them down because of you want to make sure more people see it, blah, blah, blah. Stick with what you know, because once you change that, it doesn't work.
Well, the problem with that is also they give these movies, when they do them, let's think of like Die Hard, for instance.
They're free in Die Hard.
What they did was they gave him a lot more money than they should have.
Yeah.
So, like, the first ones that were made for, let's say, 50 or 100 million, Live Free comes by, here's 200 million.
Yeah.
Well, now we've given you a way more money. We're going to make sure we need to make sure that we get that fucking money back. Yeah. Rated R movies, not the greatest profitable movies. Like, they don't make that much.
Because there's an audience that can see it.
Yeah, there's sometimes they pop and they work, like Deadpool, sometimes they don't, right? So, like, okay, but if we make it PG-13, we can get more viewings, we get more shows, get more tickets bought, all
just
that
make
shit.
your movie better.
But the movie should just be fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if it's rated G. Like, you get my point. Like, obviously a rated G movie wouldn't work, but
there's still terrible rated G movies that come out, like James Cameron Return. I understand why he came back. He wanted to fix the mistake of that too. He felt that there was mistakes made in the other movies, and he wanted to come back and try to fix it. I have yet to see otherwise.
He would only come back if Arnold was with him.
And Arnold came back because he wanted to.
Yeah, he wanted a paycheck too. Let's read this Arnold thing though.
Okay.
Not this one. Down a little bit, I guess. A little bit more, because I think it says the T-800s.
Oh, okay. I thought we were okay.
So we'll get there. Franchise fatigue, that's nothing.
But I don't even think Terminator has franchise fatigue. It just has shitty sequel fatigue.
Yeah.
There's a difference between, oh, great, there's another one, like Fast and the Furious, which still does gangbusters, as opposed to, oh, great, there's another shitty sequel, like Highlander. Where, like, Highlander...
That's a dated reference, but yeah. I get what
but,
you're
like,
trying to go
Highlander's sequels got worse and worse and worse to the point where people were like, I can't watch any more of these. I love Highlander, but I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. The T-800's new name is Carl. Rumors have been swirling that Arnold Schwarzenegger...
Carl!
Yeah, I know.
Carl!
It's playing the human who the T-800 was based on, which I like that idea.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's not. But we now know that's not the case.
Yeah.
In the trailer that was shown to fans, it was revealed that he's playing a T-800 who has decided to live out the rest of his life as a human in a community where he is well liked. To the locals and his friends, he is known as Carl. And Sarah Connor warns him that once their mission is done and he's outlived his influences, she's going to put the T-800 down once and for all. Now, if this is based off of... This is a sequel to number 2.
Yeah.
So you have Terminator, you have Terminator Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And now you have Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Arnold plays Terminator in T-800 in number 1. He's the villain.
Yes.
He dies.
Mm-hmm.
In the sequel, they send a second T-800 back in time.
Uh-huh.
He is the hero.
Yes.
He dies.
Yes.
Then this movie happens.
So
we're at 3 now. This movie happens at 3. Where the fuck did Carl come from?
So my guess, and just go with me on this, before they destroyed Skynet
in
Judgment Day, they were like, let's send another one back just to make sure. But this one decided,
he shows up. Skynet's dead.
Yeah.
He has no threat, no mission. He just decides to obviously live.
Maybe he's in the background of the other Terminator movie, and he sees the other guy become good and die, and they blow up Cyberdyne. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, Skynet doesn't exist anymore, so I don't have a mission.
Or go with me on this. It's bled into Genesis. Because remember, in Genesis...
No.
Just go with me on this.
But I can't, because James Cameron won't even acknowledge that movie.
In Genesis, he does go back to 84.
Yeah.
And then he has to live on his own.
No, there's no...
I'm
going to go with you on this, but it ain't going to happen. I can't even hypothetical with it.
But he does live on his own.
Yeah.
Until, like, for 30 years, until he re-meets Sarah and... what's his name?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Like, that would be crazy if this took place during that time. It's not, but... Because that would explain how he's there.
Yeah.
Right now, you sent back 2 T-800s and both of them are dead. Who the fuck is this old man?
Yeah.
How's he living there?
Not to mention, Skynet didn't send the second T-800 back. The Resistance did.
Yeah. The first one was sent back by Skynet.
Yeah.
And in Judgment Day, John sent him back.
Yeah, because they sent the T-1000, which was the liquid Terminator. Yeah. See, had they so they announced that Edward Furlong is coming back, and like this guy hasn't done anything in years, and like all of his other issues aside, he hasn't done anything in years. But like
huge, good
based
job.
on based on what we know, like he's gonna die.
It seems like it.
And even if he's
I don't like that they're killing John.
I have the whole point of Terminator is to protect this fucking kid because he is the savior of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
But if you fucking change the narrative halfway through the movie or even the first 10 minutes, what is the point of Terminator?
Yeah, you should just make a
knockoff Terminator.
Yeah, you should just make like a random post-apocalyptic.
This is what pisses me off the most.
Mad Max type of movie.
Yeah, it's not even changing. Like we saw with Salvation, that John Connor was going to die and that robot was going to take over as John. Mm-hmm. It's not even that. It's not even John dying and becoming the robot with his memories.
We watched Genesis like last month.
Yeah.
Rewatching it that second time, I got a different feeling of like they killed John and then just
use his memories and
his likeness to fuck with his mom.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Fuck. His dad.
Kyle Reese.
Kyle. Yeah.
But like,
whereas the first time watching it, I was angry because I was like, is he a Terminator? He's a Terminator. Yeah. But like, he is a Terminator, but he's dead.
Yeah.
They just printed.
He dies in that one scene.
They 3D printed his fucking body and just used his likeness to then go back and fuck with his mom and dad. And I'm like, once I watched that and got that though, I'm like, oh, this actually isn't that bad of a movie as I thought it was that first time.
Yeah.
This, I'm like, cool. Like, I guess, like, it's nice to have the original cast back in these movies, but like, it sucks because he's going to die and he's not going to be the hero at the end of the movie, which would be crazy if he is, but I don't see that happening. Do you think one of these younger ones are his daughter? Like, one of these younger girls. There's the Terminator girl, and then there's the other there's the girl that she's protecting.
From what I understand, it's a completely different character that they run into. But like, I don't understand. It just pisses me off.
I'd be okay if it was his daughter.
If it's his daughter, fine. They changed the future.
Like they changed enough. They changed it enough that it lasted a whole generation.
Yeah.
Like they fought off the Resistance, or the Resistance fought them off a whole generation.
Yeah.
Where now they're trying to kill his daughter or Linda's granddaughter.
They stopped Skynet, whereas like John stopped what he needed to stop, and now this new AI rises. Fine, I'll give you that if it is tied into it, but it's not. And if it holds true to what we read, he dies in the first 10 minutes, and then she becomes the savior of humanity because a new AI takes over. Like, you're just retreading with a different fucking cast, man. That's lazy fucking storytelling. And this is a guy, and this is a guy who was like, "Oh, superhero movies are tired," and you're making the same fucking movie with another character and a shitty-looking Terminator.
We should just move to LA.
Yeah.
Pitch movies. Get in these boardrooms and just spitball ideas. Just like shoot cum on the wall and see what sticks.
I don't know. Like the one thing everyone was like, we want to see a Terminator movie set in the timeline of the fucking Terminator. They're like, okay, we got you. Salvation. Here we go. John Connor, the leader of the Resistance. Here we go. Oh, he's not the leader of the Resistance, and no one fucking believes him. No. Fuck off! Are you kidding me?
Let's skip the second movie.
The one fucking thing you decided. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna make Genesis, a movie where, like, yeah, you stop Skynet, but Judgment Day is inevitable. This is what's gonna happen.
Yes, go back in time.
So we're gonna redo T1 and T2. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. What is it? The Kelvin.
Yeah, the Kelvin timeline with Star Trek.
We're gonna do the Kelvin timeline.
Yeah.
Which worked.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's just horrible casting, pacing, and whatnot.
Yeah. The casting is off. I don't like. I'm okay with Kyle, Jai Courtney.
Yeah.
As Kyle. I am not okay with Emily Clark as Sarah Connor.
And it's not even that she's a bad actress. She's just too small and too dainty to play it.
Like, not the character.
Like in Game of Thrones, it works for her because that's her character. But in this, she's too small. And
these guys coming out of Game of Thrones though have had it very difficult.
They got booed at Comic-Con. The cast did.
Yeah.
They didn't even show up at Comic-Con. They pulled out.
Yeah, David and Thing.
Yeah,
Wise.
they pulled out of Comic-Con.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know what reason they gave, but I'm sure
they were busy.
Yeah,
they said they were busy Star Trek or Star Wars.
Yeah, they're gonna go fuck Star Wars instead. Yeah. But yeah, the cast got booed, and that wasn't even the worst part of the last season.
But just what I was gonna say is like it's hard for them to like find work outside of Game of Thrones right now, because like you look at Maisie.
Yeah.
She has that New Mutants movie that is going to sit on the shelf and never be released unless it goes to streaming service.
She's got a bunch of other little stuff I've never watched her in.
I've seen her in Doctor Who.
I think she's
Doctor Who.
Yeah. So I think she's going to be okay.
You have Sophie Turner as Dark Phoenix. God fuck me that she like, but I don't like her in that movie. Like she can't even. I haven't seen Dark Phoenix, but even in the other two that she's been in, I'm like. And
she's not a good actress.
I say like, and I was gonna say she's the weakest part of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like her scenes were not strong.
Like whoever plays who plays Jon Snow?
Harrington.
I think he's gonna be okay.
But he's only done. This is all he's done.
But he is a good actor in the show. He's a very good actor.
For brooding.
No, he does a lot of other stuff in the show. He's a good actor.
I'd have to see him in different things.
I think he's going to be okay. He does have something out another movie that looks good.
I think all of them are like they grew up on this show.
Yeah.
You like them for these characters, and it's that idea of like not all of them are going to pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's look at fuck me. What was the name of that show? Family Ties, Growing Pains. The one with Leo. Back in the day. Leonardo DiCaprio.
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, he was on like Growing Pains or fucking Family. He was on one of those shows. Like from the. I'm being 100%. Google it. Fucking IMDb this shit.
I don't even know what show you're talking about.
Leo. Cool. Yeah.
Da Vinci?
No, Leonardo.
I just. Why does it say Da Vinci?
IMDb Leonardo da Vinci. Scroll down.
I want to see that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time. Oh, like 80s. It's fucking.
I thought maybe you could separate it between
keep going.
Parenthood.
No, keep going.
He wasn't on Growing Pains.
Up a little. Up a little. What's this one?
He wasn't on Growing Pains.
Yeah, he was on Growing Pains.
I didn't know that.
Well, what I was gonna say is he's on Growing Pains. You gotta cast the characters. One fucking pops. And that's where I was going with. It's a long way around. The joke fell flat. Not all these kids from Game of Thrones that grew up on the show are gonna pop.
I'm pretty.
One, if not none of them, will pop.
I thought Growing Pains was Kirk Cameron's show.
It is.
And Alan Thicke.
Yeah. But who are the rest of out of that cast? Yeah, you know who they are, but DiCaprio is a fucking movie star. You know what I'm saying? Like he popped.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I'm saying. He popped out of that show. He's a movie star.
That was a very long workaround for that.
It is. But I'm just going with the Game of Thrones idea. It's like, yeah, they were great on this show, and that show was #1 across the world and super popular. But not all of them are going to make fucking great movies. Not all of them are going to make long fucking careers. It's not going to happen.
Well, once married to a Jonas, she's fine.
And you got Emily, you got Sophie, you got Maisie, and you got Kit. Emily hasn't done great. Sophie hasn't done great.
But I'm telling you, Amelia Clark is going to keep making movies.
Oh, yeah, they're going to keep making movies. They're going to keep getting paycheck. But Amelia Clark, she's heading to the Women's Network. She's going to make a bunch of those fucking movies.
Yeah, but again, I don't think like those matter anymore because those you can be that big actor and go slum it wherever the hell you want.
I guess. But they're not gonna get a Genesis handed to them again.
No, probably not.
No.
That was a very long tangent. I liked it.
Whatever.
I'm for it. The Boys is getting got an early. There you go.
The Boys are back in town.
Got a early season 2 renewal ahead of the series premiere next week. Cool. I'm very intrigued on this show, and I can't wait to watch it. And Cash. I don't know who that is. She joined the show for the second season. Cool. The Boys looks good. You know what that boy?
I know what it is. It's based off the comic.
Yeah.
I never read the comic.
I haven't either.
Watched the show.
But the show premieres next week on Hulu. No, Amazon Prime. So cool, and I can cast it to my team now. Yeah, I can cast it to my TV now. They added the cast button in Canada, so I'm good to go. Veronica Mars dropped a week early on Hulu, so that's cool. It's supposed to come out next week. They were like, "Here's a special thing. It's here now," and I'm like, "Cool." The Orville is moving to Hulu from Fox. Kevin Smith, basically the same guy. Seth MacFarlane, almost the same kind of, almost the same
guy,
type,
same name, sure.
Yeah, but almost the same type of like personality, and like he meets a person and brings them all on the shows, right? So they had a panel for something, I don't know, probably for the show. But they announced that they are moving over to Hulu from Fox, which makes sense given it makes sense. Fox only has so many slots now. Because they are Fox and not Foxney.
Yeah.
I coined that phrase earlier when I was trying to think of something. When I was thinking about how I was going to describe the next slate of Marvel movies, Foxney is what I'm calling the Fox half of Disney. They want to keep shows, obviously. They want to keep doing it. Fox wants to keep doing certain shows. So they're like, fine, we'll move this to Hulu because you have it, blah, blah, blah. It's going there. They were excited about it. They obviously got their early renewal before because it takes a lot of money to produce these shows. When it premieres, it's going to go over there. I was initially like, oh, shit, it's going to Hulu. But you know what? They produce really well-done shows that are on there.
Who cares where it airs?
Exactly.
As long as it's airing.
As long as it's new. And plus, this could be a better way for it to get more eyeballs on it if it's tied in with the Disney, overall, big membership we saw that they were supposed to have Disney with Plus. Hulu and Disney Plus. Yeah. So that could be another thing of just more people might watch it, whether or not it's on Fox or not, right? And you could get season 4, which is great. This show is fucking amazing.
Would they move the previous seasons to Hulu?
I think they're already there.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have it on here, but I want to talk about it. We got a trailer for the... no, I don't want to go there yet. Because I'm more excited about Picard. We got a trailer for Picard.
Okay.
Cannot wait to watch this show.
Yeah.
It's 20 years past when we last saw Picard. He's like, something happened, and he's not with the Federation. He's very distraught with them. He's trying to be a farmer and make wine because he's French. And something happens where this girl shows up, and she's like, I don't know, but I was supposed to, I felt like I needed to come to you because I felt you could keep me safe. And he was like, okay. He's like, well, I've tried to be away. But it keeps calling me, pull me back.
Like a menage a trois.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, I try, but I felt like out of it. So he goes back to Starfleet or whatever. He's an admiral or something now. And then something happens, blah, 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 blah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Admiral.
Yeah. We saw,
it's a trap.
It's got 7 of 9 from Voyager and Jerry Ryan, which is cool. And at the end, it teases Brent Spinner coming back as Data, who dies in Nemesis, but kind of hint that he's still alive. So we get him in that show as well, too. It's like 2 big, huge drops in the trailer. And there's a point where there's we understand you were away, blah, blah, blah. Why were you away, blah, blah, blah. And then just a whole bunch of other things, cool, promotional shots of shit happening. And it looks kind of like a serious show, but also kind of an action-y show where there's action bits in it, but there's also going to be character development and drama, which I'm like, awesome. Mm-hmm. Initially, I thought it was going to be more of just a drama talky thing, but then when we saw this teaser, there's a lot of action elements in it. And she's like, you need a crew, you're a captain. And then it looks like he's gonna get this ship of ragtag people to help save this girl from the Borg or the Romulans or some shit too, because they're back. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then at one point in the thing, he just goes, engage. And you're like, fuck yeah, because that's his thing. But anyways, it just looks it looks dope, and I can't wait to watch it when it premieres. I was excited for that. So now that I got a teaser trailer as well from Thing, and then just everything they said about it, and more people from the Next Generation cast are supposed to guest star and talk and stuff. And the first 2 episodes are done by someone, but then Jonathan Frakes is supposed to come back and direct a bunch of episodes because that's what he does. He directs episodes, and he's the guy who played Will Riker in The Next Generation. Mm-hmm. But he's directed a couple big episodes, but also done a bunch of movies as well. Oh, yeah. They didn't do so well, but he still directed them. He directed Thunderbirds. Remember when they made that live action one?
Yes.
He was the director of that.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot wrong with that
Stick
movie.
with TV.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You want to branch out? That's cool. We got our first look at Nightwolf.
Cats. Let's get to Cats. Cats came out over the weekend. I have no idea if it's Comic-Con related. I don't think it was. But motherfuck, I seen that video on Twitter. And then I went on to YouTube and watched like the full thing.
So just before
So
we get into this trailer,
here's a play that I've heard of my entire life.
and you know that one song,
Memories.
yeah,
And you hear it and you've heard of it your entire life being our age.
yeah,
Like Cats was everywhere in the
Yeah.
90s. It was a huge fucking play. It played for like 18,
Ever.
20
Yeah.
fucking years, like on Broadway and
Yeah.
everywhere. And like I had no idea that they were making a movie out of this. I didn't see anything over the last 8 months or 10 months of like any point where they could have announced like, hey, we're doing a Cats movie or nothing. Trailer comes out, I watch it, and I'm like, motherfuck, I'm both creeped out and intrigued and interested in seeing this.
yeah,
The fact that there were parts of like, I understand on the play it'd be different versus the movie, but there were parts where like you could see the miniature, like because they were small to like compared to the size of the bed and shit like that, and I'm like, fuck, man, they were supposed to be actual cats, like little fucking pets in this thing, like I'm like, and just watching it creeps me out, like the fucking. It reminds me of this show that for the life of me, I have thought of in my head, but it can never fucking refine. And it was a stupid kid show. I was a wee lad.
a wee lad in London apparently.
Yeah, back in the day, and they dressed like dogs. So everyone was like a dog, and they would have like these big floppy ears and makeup on. And I want to
Keep talking.
And I just can't remember the name of this fucking show. People dressed as dogs. Kids show 90s or something like that.
Yeah, just go. I'm going.
Go to images. Nah, these are real fucking. These are cartoons.
Cat dog, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah. None of these are there. Scroll. I would recognize it as one was a mailman, and it was like a small little town, and they like dressed as a fucking mailman.
If you know what the fuck he's talking about, comment down below.
He was a fucking mailman, and there was like a guy that lived in the house, obviously, that delivered the mail to, and it was like a small little fucking thing, and like, I just can't, Zuba Fu, something. It was some weird fucking 90s cartoon show with people dressed as fucking dogs. Dog mailman 90s.
I'm not getting nothing.
No. I'll have to like Google it myself. Type in Zip-Diddy-Doo-Dah. Just type in Zip-Diddy-Doo-Dah. There was a stupid song tied to this show.
I'm telling you, it's not Zippity Doo Dah because that's that movie that Disney will not reference.
Just do it.
Okay.
Zip-Diddy-Doo-Dah.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on.
No, that's
song in itself. I told you.
Definitely not that song.
Definitely not. We do not acknowledge that.
Well, type it in and put 90s. Like, I want an updated version of Zip-Diddy-Doo-Dah.
I'm telling you right now, they are not using that theme song in the fucking thing.
Fuck! There was something stupid like that in this show. '90s dog people.
Why is Google so fucking failing right now?
Last time, and then I'll look on it on my own and I'll let you know. Children's show.
Hang on.
You gotta erase this.
No, I'm not.
It just keeps telling you about fucking Wishbone.
I know.
It's not goddamn Wishbone.
Like, why does it fucking not... Like, fuck off. We get it, Wishbone.
I think it was a Canadian show. Click on this.
Of course it was a fucking
Canadian
show.
100% it was. That wasn't it.
Nope, that's, wait.
That's Gosling.
Yeah.
That's,
oh, God. And that's that Kevin dude. Burn. They were on a boat.
The fucking
they had
Big Comfy Couch, awesome show. You remember that show?
Yeah. Today's special. I remember the fucking show.
I remember
weird,
that show
man.
too. PJ's, Katie.
That's not it.
Sticking around was funny.
That show, it was weird though. What the fuck is that?
Breaker
High.
High.
Words are just escaping you today.
Okay, one last try. Google me children's show.
Soccer the dog. Dog TV show from the 90s. The Littlest Hobo.
No. It's not a dog show. These people were. It was fucking men dressed as dogs. Men and women dressed as fucking dogs.
You were watching.
Looked like cats. Anyways, creeped me the fuck out. I'm gonna find a picture of this. I'm gonna text it to you.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, I guess none of them. I guess it's not beloved.
It was Canadian. Like it didn't probably leave the fucking borders. Moving on. Spent too much time on this dog show.
We've really
Cats though. I want to see it. Watch the trailer and I'm like, I'm in. Creeped me out.
I don't know how I feel about this movie. It's weird.
It creeped me out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to see this. I like plays though. I would go. Like, I wish we lived somewhere where we had actual like theater. I'd fucking go.
I've seen The Lion King.
Yes.
In Toronto when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other day, I saw this come up, and it was like Taylor Swift and celebrities do like Cats, the musical
dogs.
or something, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? And I figured it was just them doing something fucking stupid with their cats, because Taylor Swift always is talking about her cat. Yeah, she's in the. Yeah, her name comes up right on the damn trailer.
I didn't see it. Like
along with what is it? With Jason Derulo.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
And I was like,
and I saw Hudson. I didn't catch the Taylor Swift name.
And like it took me right. I'm like, what?
Jason
fucking
Derulo. Do you think he says his name?
Oh fuck! Of course 100%. He does.
Jason Derulo.
Because, he has to, because no one remembers who he is without him saying his name.
Dog peoples.
Dog peoples.
The TV show. One sec. Up a little. I just want to read the one above it. The TV show that every Canadian BuzzFeed. Nah, fuck this.
15 Love. I've seen that show. I've seen that show.
Yeah.
I love Reboot. I fucking hate that show. Oh, Freaky Stories.
Yeah. Mystery Hunters. I
remember seeing that, but yeah, sticking around. Mo the Vampire. Samurai Jack.
Zubafu. That's not what I was
Rugrats. Arthur. I know.
Arthur's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. Still going.
Yep.
Kim Possible.
The Proud Family. That one was funny. I remember that.
Yeah. Emperor's New School. Totally Spies. Scooby Doo. Powerpuff Girls. Second Thing.
Yeah. Maybe it was 80s. I think that maybe we're just too far.
Yeah.
Into the 90s. Pingu.
I hate when they give you a list of shows everyone, like every Canadian thing has seen, and it's like lower, like Canadian shows, of course, and then lower tier ones, but like, of course, fucking The Sweet Life and shit.
Yeah, Sweet Life was fucking huge.
Monster by Mistake. I remember that show. It's stupid.
George Shrinks. Do you ever watch that?
I remember that.
That show is awesome.
Art Attack. I love that show. Danny Phantom. Hey Arnold.
How long is this fucking list? Fillmore. I loved Fillmore.
Yeah, I did.
That was awesome.
That's the coolest qualified. Apparently, this is just every fucking Canadian every show. This is just a list of every show.
Yeah, maybe we're struggling with 90s. I think it's
maybe it's 80s. The 80s. Because this list just keeps going.
Comfy couch.
Anyway, so the trailer dropped for Thing, and I'm like, oh, this was an actual movie that they're going to make, and I'm like, wow, okay, and it's coming out, and it's a thing, and it's creepy and it's weird, and the internet lost its collective mind because people didn't know what to think of it. And I'm like, I don't know what to think of this movie either.
It looks good though.
It visually, does. It does visually look amazing.
Look fucking amazing.
And like some of the actors, like you can't.
I can't tell who they are.
Yeah, you can't. It's some of them are like if they hadn't put a fucking title card up to the thing, I'm like, I wouldn't
know who.
I have no fucking clue who any of these people are. So that is cool. I'm like, who the fuck is? Just scrolling down this list. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, let's move on.
I spent way too much time on that. Fucking trying to figure out.
I will look and I will text you a picture of this.
Okay. DuckTales. They put out a poster and it was kind of just like, here's what's coming up kind of thing. But what's cool on it is they had Darkwing Duck and his daughter, but then also the people from Tailspin, and then also Goofy, but the Goof Troop Goofy dad, as well as the Rescue Rangers. Which I'm like, cool. I hope enough of these things like do well enough that we could get some of these shows back. Because a new take on Darkwing Duck with like the way superheroes are now and how they would kind of work that in.
Yeah.
Because like back in the day, he was based kind of off of like the 90s, 60s Batman, a mixture of those kind of things. Whereas like I would like to see him now kind of thing, and Chippendale Rescue Rangers. That would just be dope.
Chippendale
Rescue and Tailspin. Tailspin just had a cool theme.
Not to be confused with the Chippendales in Vegas. So.
No, not at all. No. Or Chris Farley doing his Chippendales routine, which is like one of the best fucking clips of all time. It's hilarious. Side tangent. I had Audible, right? And I had enough for some free credits, so I picked up Trevor Noah's book. That he put out. But I also picked up Live from Saturday Night, which is the Saturday Night Live book they put out, I think like a couple of years ago. And it's just like talking about the history of Saturday Night Live through like producers, actors, and anyone who was involved in the show for the last like 40 years. I'm like, yeah, I just listened to the prologue so far, but seems like it's going to be a good listen to. Yeah. In terms of actually reading a book. We got a trailer for Top Gun Maverick, which looks awesome. We've talked about this before. It was delayed, blah, blah, blah. Tom Cruise came out, gave us a trailer. Hit every like beat from the original movie. You kind of saw it's got like that theme kind of leading into it, the other theme, and like the beach scene, the piano bar scene, the what's the girl's character? I forgot her fucking name. And then like him talking to the general of like why he's not what he is. From what I understand, this movie he's going to revive the Top Gun school, and he's going to train the next wave of Top Gun pilots in the future. And I'm like, all right, cool. And like it was delayed because they wanted to make the stunts and aerial shit as realistic as possible. And they did. And the trailer shows it. It looks amazing. And any shot you see an actual jet flying that's not a close up of like Cruise or whatever is legit a jet flying. There's no CGI there, which is fucking amazing. So I cannot wait to watch that movie. The original Top Gun is the best guy chick flick ever. It's got chick flick elements as well as a cool story, and then of course just cool fucking fight scenes with guns or jets with guns. Yeah. What's not to love? So real quick, they showed off a shit ton of toys. Like
I've seen some of them, yeah.
Cool new stuff for the Turtles and NECA, like the Turtles in Time stuff.
They have the 7-inch ones there.
Yeah,
right the pack of 2 foot soldiers.
Yeah.
Splinter and Shredder.
Yeah, and then they have the new Turtles in Time one, and that is going to be exclusive to somewhere. I was watching him talk to Pixel Dan, and he was just talking about how they want to have, to give everyone kind of a chance to collect different sets, they want to have exclusive in different stores. So they have like the cartoon Turtles at Target, and then GameStop has, and EB has the movie kind of looking ones, and then the new set Turtles in Time. I forget where he said they were exclusive. Oh, online retailers, so like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, stuff like that. The Turtles in Times are based off of that, but they're still gonna work on like, so they're talking about Slash, how they have the Turtles in Time Slash, but they're also gonna have the cartoon Slash. So they're gonna have 2 different slashes if you want to collect like all of the things. And then he said that so they showed off a few of those. And then they're still talking about like New York at the next set of cons. They're going to show off another 2 from the movies ones to finish off those ones.
This is all from the first movie.
Yeah, and
so it's Casey Jones.
Probably, yeah.
Who else is left?
Yeah, which is awesome because I want a Casey Jones.
In like April.
April, yeah. So, and then they're working on more stuff and more figures and trying to get them more out there. And now they have more international deals, so they will have figures everywhere across the board. And they said if you don't, he said if you don't see it in your country, email him or DM him on Twitter or whatever, and he'll like figure out where the license is and they'll work on getting it to where it needs to be. And I'm like, that's cool. They're still fucking really hard to find here.
Yeah,
like just ridiculous. And I'm like, I'll give you the money. Just let me buy them. But yeah, they showed off some of the Lightning collection. They should
just have their own website that you can purchase them from.
They do, but it's really like it's shittily set up. It's really bad. NECA's website, and it's more like just an announcement kind of.
Yeah, like there's no store.
Yeah, and then they don't have all the stuff because of the deals. It's a really shitty website. We saw new Lightning figures for the Power Rangers. Right now at the con, but they're supposed to go to online retailers later, is the Tommy pack where he fights a putty, so you get a putty. The Jason Gold Ranger as well as the Jason Red Ranger with the shield. A Black Ranger that's exclusive to Walgreens in the States, but it has its shield. Yeah, I don't know. Walgreens sometimes get some weird stuff. Yeah,
shoppers over here.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, and then they have the Pink Ranger now, with her likeness, and then a bunch of the Beast Morpher ones. But then they showed off a Beast Morpher
exclusive to season 11.
Yeah, a Beast Morpher season 2 trailer, which actually shows Austin St. John's in Beast Morphers. So we talked about that a while ago that he was going to be in it.
No idea what a Beast Morpher is.
It's the newest Power Ranger season.
Oh.
But he's now in it. Like confirmed 100%. They showed a shot of and then they showed they showed a shot of like the different Beast Morpher Rangers, and then it has the blue original Ranger and the pink original Ranger in the shot as well in the trailer. And I'm like, I wonder if they're going to get David Yost and Amy Jo Johnson back as their Rangers respectively. I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that was another cool reveal thing. They showed the first trailer for the Walking Dead movie, which I'm like, okay,
exclusive to theaters. It is getting a theater.
Oh, it is nice.
I saw that.
That's pretty cool. Real quick comic side, Marvel teased the return of the 2099 stories, which is cool. DC talked a lot about its Year of the Villain stuff that's going down with Lex like taking over as like this new evolved human. And then the Batman
the
who
Joker
laughs
thing is Year of the Villain. That story from last week.
The Batman who laughs turning the heroes into the worst versions of themselves, which we've already seen with Shazam. Which I really don't understand how it works, because if he has the powers of Shazam, he's supposed to be honorable and shit, but if he turns into the darker version of himself,
it's just like he's like a Black Adam.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, sure. And then, but we'll see more of that later on down the line. There was some more comic stuff, but whatever. DC Universe Online for the Switch gets its release date finally announced. August 6th. That's cool.
You get it?
It's free to play, so I'm gonna see how it stacks up. I want to get a bunch of the people that I would do streams with and stuff to try it out with me on the Switch, see how it plays, see how it's updated, see what it looks like now. Because I haven't touched it since we beat it on the PS3 and platinum the thing. So that's cool. Marvel's Spider-Man passes Arkham City as the best-selling superhero game, which I'm like, not normally a news story, but I just thought that was cool because
still haven't played it. I recently replayed Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Still amazing.
Not played Spider-Man.
Really should. I finished Arkham again. I played maybe the first 10 minutes of City again. I want to go back and play that as well. So we also got our reveal of Luigi's Mansion for the Switch.
It's a Luigi.
This October. I thought they gave an actual day. But
it would be released early. It just says
early October, so you figure like maybe
first 15 days.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube was really fun to play.
So Luigi. The second
I'll probably both pick it up for the Switch.
It's his brother?
Yeah.
What are their last names?
Shut up.
I'm being curious. Do they have last names?
I think they've now canonically added that it's Mario.
Are you fucking serious?
I think so, but I don't know. Oh, Power Rangers is teaming up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now, are these the same turtles who have already met Batman?
The IDW Turtles, yes.
I would love if they reference Batman.
I would too. I would love if they all teamed up.
And then you get the trifecta of Batman, Power Rangers, and the motherfucking Turtles.
Because I thought the Power Rangers teamed up. No, maybe that was Star Trek. I thought the Power Rangers teamed up with someone else too. Was it the
Power Rangers? I think might have done a Star Trek, but then I think Star Trek did a Green Lantern.
I thought the Power Rangers teamed
Power
up
Rangers
with.
might have done a Green Lantern too.
I thought the Power Rangers teamed up with the DC. I thought they did.
They might have done a Green Lantern. Power Rangers might have done a Green Lantern.
I thought they teamed up with someone else big too. I can't remember.
No, they wouldn't have done like the next guy's Batman. They didn't do fucking Batman.
I thought they did.
No, Power Rangers and Batman. No,
that'd be dope.
Turtles, Batman though, incredible. Both animated and we'll say live action versions. Because they got the two. We got the animated ones and they got the real.
This one is based off the IDW Turtles,
which is the anime,
and the Boom Power Rangers comic that's going on, which is just amazing right now. And this poster looks dope. And they're in New York City. This poster is amazing. It's now the opening on my phone, like my lock screen.
Yeah,
it just looks amazing, and I can't wait to read this book. If could they release figures for this, like just the 2-pack where you get like the Green Ranger and Michelangelo?
That would be the way to do it, where you get one of each.
I would fucking
Red Ranger, Raphael.
I would,
right?
I would buy. Like, granted, it doesn't work because there's not enough of them, but I don't care.
Why are you sticking Splinter for fucking Trini?
Yeah, for Trini.
Right.
I'm excited for that. I can't wait to read that when it comes out. At December 4th.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Oh, I'm definitely.
I haven't read comics in 7 months.
I haven't read them in a while since you gave me that thing. Yeah.
Fuck. I'm so happy.
They announced the new Ghost Rider series.
I have on my phone too, like just like actual novels, like actual books.
Yeah.
That I've read halfway through. I don't finish the end of books. So, but I like to read. I like to read most of it.
Yeah.
I haven't read enough to be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I just haven't had time or felt like reading.
New Ghost Rider series has all 3 of the Ghost Riders in it.
Where is this going?
What? Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They haven't announced where it's playing? Like, where's it going?
No, this is a comic.
Oh, it's a comic.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. The series is going to Hulu? The one with Robbie Reyes, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. I thought it was going to Hulu.
Not Plus.
No, they didn't announce it today. Or yesterday. Anyways, this new one has all 3 Ghost Riders. Yeah, and I'm like that. Also, they announced that Marvel Legends figure is getting that cosmic Ghost Rider figure with his bike. And I'm like, that's pretty dope. They showed off a whole bunch of the new Marvel Legends stuff. I'm just hodgepodging right now until we get to the big thing. They showed off a look at that Doctor Who TARDIS game, Edge of Time VR game, where you're the Doctor and you got to solve puzzles using the sonic screwdriver and you go on little adventures and whatnot. Cool. That is fun. Marvel Ultimate Alliance released on Friday, the 20 whatever. But they also showed off some of the stuff during their video game panel, which will lead into Marvel's Avengers, which I'll talk about in a second. So they announced that they're getting free DLC, but also the DLC packs that you pay the season pass for won't be sold separately. So if you want to play all the packs, you have to buy the season pass itself. Which I'm kind of like, but whatever. So one of the free things that is coming is they're adding Colossus and Cyclops to it, as well as Loki. And then one of the first packs they announced is going to be the Marvel Knights thing with Punisher, Moon Knight, and why does it sometimes show a picture and other times it doesn't?
Yep.
I don't understand that. Probably Elektra. No, actually.
This site's weird too with pictures. It doesn't always load properly. Because you're right there. You're into the next article. Yeah. I don't like that.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Morbius and Blade. Which, cool.
I forgot that we're getting a Morpheus movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that coming out at the end of this year? October.
I don't remember.
I thought it was October this year.
Maybe. Is that... Who is that?
Leto.
Right.
Let's take a gander on the interwebs.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, I'll announce that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after this season is done. And what's weird about this announcement, according to...
that should have been done 4 years ago.
But according to the people who were doing this, it was Disney's thing, not ABC's, that canceled it. And I think that probably has to do with their Plus network, and they don't want things going to other places. So during this Marvel panel, they also talked about... also, guys, you can see that we're already at 1:05. So this one's going to be long just because there's a shit ton of announcements that we kind of think. Plus, we spent 20 minutes trying to look up dog people.
Oh, Morpheus is just has a 2020 release date.
Okay, so they showed off more actual gameplay footage of the Marvel Avengers game during the San Diego Comic-Con panel, Marvel Games panel. And what they showed off was it starts off the way the trailer did, and then the ship lands, narration, blah, blah, blah. And then you take control of Thor, and you fight some people. And there's some quick time events, and then you just kind of bash some more people. You can do like juggles with throwing people up in the air and shit like that. And then just obviously single fights. And then they showed off more of Black Widow and Hulk. But what was interesting about this footage is it all looks better than it did on the initial trailer.
I saw a better picture of Black Widow from this scene.
Yeah.
There's another one where it's like you see the new image.
Yeah, they definitely have fixed it since we last saw it, which is good. I don't understand, though, if it wasn't that long ago that we saw the other one. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why you showed us what you showed us.
Well, they thought it was good then.
Yeah.
Until we said, no, this is just like Sonic. They thought it was good.
Yeah.
And then the world was like, no, this is fucking ugly.
Also, they teased Miss Marvel. Not the Miss Marvel Captain America one, but the new one of Kamal, whatever the hell her name is. But she's a kind of cool character. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Captain Marvel was teased as well for adding characters to this game. And we will not see any of this updated stuff until after Gamescom in Germany, which is, I forget when, something like that. And I'm like, that sucks, and I haven't seen a leak of anything yet. But I don't think I'll watch a leaked thing of this because it's gameplay footage, and I'd rather see, like, the actual footage. Yeah. Because it's going to be, like, watching a trailer, I'll do fine if someone recording it, if it's something not that big. But, like, this, I actually want to see it. And then they showed off, like, the Hulk, like, different skins leaked for stuff. I think it was for this one, but yeah. Oh, Kamala Khan is her name. But yeah, it looks better than what we initially thought, and then them describing this game. I'm still iffy on it, but I'm still like, okay, maybe. Because it does seem like they did focus on a single-player aspect while adding some sort of multiplayer, like, everyone plays as someone else, like mini missions that you can do, but you can still still a single player like Spider-Man thing. There's a full-fledged single player experience in there with a huge voice cast, and they just added these things to add longevity to it as an ongoing service. But it does look like they took the care in both of those. It's not just attacked on single player or attacked on multiplayer experience from what I've seen now. Initially, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look like either of them were going to be that good, but cool. And of course, adding like newer Avengers and older Avengers kind of thing, you get a mismatch of like different characters, and them fixing the character models was much needed because they looked stiff and bloated for a lot of them, especially Cap. So cool. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get any of this footage stuff, and I'm like, so you're gonna keep showing the same like footage and tweaking it until after Gamescom? Seems kind of lazy, guys. Yeah. Like, why keep showing it then?
Same scene, yeah.
Like, we know it's out there. Just put it out there. It was kind of like last year when we wanted the trailer for something, and they're like, no, we're gonna wait till after this. And it's like, you just keep showing the same thing. Just release it. But it is what it is. But you know. Yeah. Yeah, apparently there's a Snoopy thing coming, and I was like, all right.
Snoopy
Snoopy Snoopy. We got our first look at The Witcher.
Yep.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
check it.
kind of have a hard time understanding what a fucking Cavill says.
Is that him talking?
Yeah, I kind of had a hard time understanding him a little bit, and I've watched it twice now.
It's just old English, his accent. Just put on the caption.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Yeah, it looks good. It looks really well done. I don't know much about The Witcher. I played The Witcher 3, and that's all I know. And this is based off the books while adding elements to the game, I believe. But still looks good. You watched it, you liked it, so
yeah, it looked okay. I'll probably check it out.
I'm in for that as well. Looks.
I did finish Stranger Things.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Full plot breakdown of that. So real quick, the CW released all the trailers for the next seasons.
Did you see Brandon?
That's what. Stop jumping to the news before I get to it.
That's the big news. Brandon Routh.
That's kind of what I was gonna say.
Putting on the suit again.
He's going to be back as Superman. When I read that, I was at work,
hard.
and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And everyone's like, "What?" I'm like, "I love being a nerd." And they're like, "Okay." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Brandon Routh is back as Superman." They're like, "Is that big?" I'm like, "It's fucking massive." That is awesome. Like,
that's cool.
So
I did see something that he might be like the Kingdom Come version, like an older version.
Nice. So like you have the Taylor Hodgins or whatever the fuck his name. Cool Superman, but because of the multiverse stuff, you have this. He's going to be playing this as well as the Adam in it.
As well played Adam.
Oh my god! I cannot wait for this. It's CW. I beg of you, please make this fucking good. Don't fuck this up, please. They're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck it up.
You've been fucked over like 18 years.
I know. So on top of that news, we got like they showed all their little trailers for the upcoming season.
And that came out, I think, this weekend was like, so 6-episode crossover event. All shows are being shared in this one. 4 this year.
Yeah.
2 next year.
Yeah.
So like it ends on a cliffhanger. You go away for Christmas break. You come back in January, and then have to watch the last 2.
Yeah.
And I was like,
fuckers,
bastards.
Smart. Though.
I didn't want to watch anything come 2020. I'm only gonna watch those 2 and then be done. But I'm done.
So Arrow's trailer is kind of like. It's a really good trailer.
I didn't see any of them.
I watched them this morning just to like, get a feel for them. Just like they're hyping up the multiverse stuff while
the trailers, much like other things, trailers look good. You watch the shows though, and you're like,
Arrows is kind of a culmination of everything he's done leading up to where he is now. And he's like, I got one more thing left to do, and you're like, and I'm just like. I'm kind of sad that Arrow's ending because I love it and Mel's amazing. Yeah. And then Flash looks really cool because they're using a new character, Blood Worker, some one of the newer villains, and he's gonna be played by the guy who was in he played Mohinder in the Heroes TV show, but I really like him as an actor. But
did you see that they added more? They added I think it was. His son is a series regular now on Arrow.
Yeah, him and the daughter.
And then someone else, I believe, was series regular. And I'm like, you understand there's only 8 episodes?
Yeah.
And you've upped all these characters from last season that I couldn't give a fuck about to series regulars, so meaning like they'll be in all 8 episodes prominently. Wow.
I have 87 goddamn things open just because of all the news that came out, and I was trying to keep up on it, but I only sent half of them to where I needed to send them.
Anyways, he's played by someone from Heroes.
Yeah.
Good character.
Good overall narration of what he wants. I guess his power is like to control blood, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And I guess like
the period.
Yeah. Also, kind of a thing that we weren't sure about. Carlos Valdez.
Yeah.
Not leaving.
Not leaving.
He finally he said he's like, I don't know where this came from. I'm not leaving. And I'm like, okay, so you're done after this season then. But the person who is leaving is the guy who plays James Olsen in Supergirl. He's leaving after the first half of this season.
Yeah, he's only doing like 5 episodes.
Yeah, he wants to go focus on other things. And I'm like, okay, cool.
He wants to not have a paycheck.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. He's going to do that. Also, Stephen Amell is playing different versions of Arrow in the multiverse crossovers, so we will see different iterations. Obviously, we're seeing different Supermans, so we will see different Arrows as well.
I wonder if they bring back Hartley, though, as a different version that survived from the last one, though.
Please, for the love of God. You have
If you have,
superheroes everywhere. Please just
Brandon back. You could bring back Harley, or
could you bring back Welling?
Fucking Welling. You bring back fucking Welling.
How about you go grab Rosenberg and you can have 2 Lexes?
And you have no, you have the Lex. You don't have 2 Lexes. You bring back Rosenbaum, you only have 1 Lex, and that's Rosenbaum.
But what's his face did amazing as Lex.
I don't give a fuck.
Cryer was an amazing Lex.
He was. I didn't see him, but I'm telling you, even without seeing him, I'll ask you directly. You watched him better than Rosenbaum?
In terms of being actual Lex Luthor, yes.
Really?
Yeah, because he was actually Lex.
He was older.
He was already Lex.
Yeah.
But in terms of actually getting to Lex, of course, Rosenberg is amazing.
Best.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's an amazing actor who did
Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
Great.
But in terms of actually being Lex Luthor,
but he had fucking hair. The motherfucker had a goatee.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It was weird. I'll give you that.
Rosenbaum, the best live action Lex Luthor so far.
Yeah. What's his face? Who plays Eobard Thawne and every other character imaginable is playing a guy who answers to the Anti-Monitor.
Like
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh
is playing a different character that's not tied into a Wells. I forget his name now because there was just an abundance of crap that came out. But he is playing a different character as well as a Wells. So I'm like, okay, cool. You're finally doing something different. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Supergirl just showed off that Lana has Lana Luthor. Whatever. She knows that Kara is Supergirl now, and like Supergirl goes to found out the end of last season. Supergirl goes to fly away, and she calls her, and she was like, "Look, let me explain." Blah, blah, blah. Decks her.
Oh yeah.
Just walks up and decks her. I'm like, ha, cool. So like she was like, I'm not the villain. I just want to hurt her like she hurt me because they're like they were friends. They're friends, yeah. But she kept trying to tell her, but she's like, I don't want to tell her, blah blah blah. And I like that aspect of like. She's like, I don't want her to die. I just wanted her to feel the pain that I felt. And I'm like, I can understand that. That's a very human thing to do that ties into, her being an alien and whatnot. And of course, Leviathan, whatever that is, going to be this season too. Supergirl got a new suit. No skirt, based off of the new one. I'm not sure how I feel about it just because I'm not used to seeing it. Yeah. It does look nice. I don't like when the things go around their hands. I hate that. Yeah. It just stop it. Because Superman 52 did it too. Yeah. Whereas I'm not a fan of that. If you want to wear gloves, wear fucking gloves. But yeah, there was that, and then that was kind of it. You saw new stuff just leading up to it of things that are happening and whatnot for that. I think that's it for up until Marvel.
Let's just jump into Marvel.
Oh, there's a comic coming out called The Rise of Kylo Ren, and it's going to deal with the origins of Ben Solo to the dark side more and the Knights of Ren. I'm like, okay, I probably won't read that, but just giving an interesting thing on what's going on. Marvel announced... Yeah, that's all I have. So, Marvel Comics announced that... Oh, yeah, Young Justice renewed. We already said that, but also so was Doom Patrol for a season 2. And then Marvel announced what they're doing with the X-Men comic. Pariah is what he's going to be playing. What they're doing with the X-Men and just kind of building them back up and launching new X-Men's books and the way the X-Men are now kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool, more X-Men books. They're not killing the X-Men. They finally figured this out. So, the big thing kind of yesterday that they announced, Marvel's slate for the upcoming years. It's very... So, I was thinking about this, and it was kind of underwhelming, but I also understand what they're going for here.
That they had nothing else to do this year.
But it was kind of like, they know they can put out stuff and people will see it. But as well as still make quality content. It's not like they're just throwing shit and like, okay, it's adequate. It's still good, is what I'm getting at here. But it also looks like they're like, well, we need to have some sort of slate until we get the Fantastic Four and the X-Men rolling, and we can tie those into the next set of the new Avengers or whatever. Which very much these will all lead into a new Avengers type movie, 100%. So they did confirm that they are working on a Fantastic Four. I believe they said that was their top thing. They are working on X-Men, but it looks like Fantastic Four is farther along. Because that is the first family of Marvel. They can 100% market that very easily, and I would love to see what Disney does with the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
That's what I want to see them do. So, and then obviously the X-Men, they'll figure out what they're doing with that. So this next slate goes until like 2021. And I had like the breakdown of like what, like how each one went month to month, but I can't fucking find the article now. So that what they did announce was, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which will deal with this dude as well as the Mandarin and the Ten Rings, and yes, we will see the real Mandarin in this. So cool.
It
no, fuck off. Black Widow, they've also talked about that. It will take place after Civil War, but also apparently deal with Budapest and like the blood and the
time jump.
Yeah, the blood and the ledger stuff. And Taskmaster is confirmed as the villain in that. So my interest kind of peaked a little bit more on that because I'm interested to see like what they do with Taskmaster and how it works. Still not sure how a Black Widow movie is going to do, but that was an interesting reveal. They showed off some footage of that, and then of course they announced we'll do all the movie stuff and then I'll get the TV stuff. They announced the Blade movie because what the hell? Mahershala Ali announced that they said that he called and was like, hey, I want to play Blade, and they're like, cool, we'll see what we could do, and then they 100% just made a movie so that he could be in it. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then of course everyone was like, well, this now confirms that they don't care about the Netflix shows because like there is no he obviously played Cottonmouth in the TV series, which I didn't even think about until that. Yeah, basically. So fuck those shows. Yeah, they'd be done. So that was cool. We got that, and then they announced the next Thor movie, which is the Thor: Love and Thunder. The logo looks really cool.
The guy that did Ragnarok is coming back.
Yeah.
Taiki Waititi.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I'm just trying to get the timeline. So, Thor: Love and Thunder has Valkyrie back as... I guess this could just give me all the logos. As Valkyrie. She's looking for her queen to help her run Asgard. I'm like, all right, cool. Also... Natalie Portman's back, and she's going to be Thor, Goddess of Thunder. Which I'm like, I did not think we'd already get to this point of having, because we already have Thor. Yeah, like he's off.
He just made it.
Yeah,
with Ragnarok, he just made it.
Yeah,
and now he's back.
Yeah,
Multiverse of Madness. I like that. I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange. Fuck.
I am too.
Summer 2021. Is that what that said? No,
yeah, I'm just.
Everything's jumping around.
Yeah, it's because it's loading the tweet pages.
I don't like that website.
Yeah,
I know you like it, but
I don't like it on here.
Yeah.
On mobile, it's great because none of that stuff loads. It just loads one page, but on here, it's garbage.
None of that's working. Oh, you got L.
Cool.
Which was MARVE, and then it finally worked.
That's great. I love when things just don't load.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
There was a picture.
I think this is where I initially grabbed the
Loki. Oh, scroll up.
Okay.
That's the list right there. Boom. May 1st, 2020, you got Black Widow. Fall 2020 is an untitled film. March 6th, or November 6th, 2020, the Internals movie. What do you think about Internals?
I don't care.
Yeah, me neither. Let's go to February 12th, 2021. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Where are you falling on that?
intrigued, but don't know enough at all what the fucking character
Moving forward,
is.
spring 2021, we currently have nothing set there because everything. WandaVision will premiere in spring of 2021. May 7th,
Yeah.
2021, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You think it would be the other way based on what you told me, but
Maybe I read it backwards. Maybe no, that's not right.
yeah.
No, maybe that is right.
Yeah,
that is right. I must have read that wrong.
So, spring 2021, you get the Loki Disney Plus series, which is confirmed to be the Loki from Endgame, which is the 2012 Loki, the younger one from the Avengers timeline. In summer of 2021, we get an untitled film, or untitled something. It doesn't really say film.
Yeah.
Fall 2021, you get the Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus series. And then November 5th, 2021, you have Thor 4, Love and Thunder.
Which I assume is just... Oh, there's the logo.
Yeah.
Cool logo. I like it.
Cool logo.
Yeah.
It has a Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's the updated kind of Ragnarok, but also kind of looks like the Thundercats.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I like that.
There's the Doctor Strange ones.
Madness for Strange. That's a cool one.
And it's supposed to tie directly into or lead into WandaVision, which I'm guessing.
Oh, I want to see this one.
There's the timeline.
Can you click on that? Will it open up?
Hang on, I gotta go.
See if any of those photos are updated.
There's the
first one. 10 hours ago.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's the one I wanted.
Yeah, it still puts it as spring, and then this is May.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's spring, but it does have it first.
Yeah, because this is supposed to lead. Yeah, this is supposed to lead directly into that. Because I'm guessing from what I've read and from what they've said, it's supposed to lead into it. And Vision, apparently, they're grabbing Vision from the multiverse to put them in the 50s. So if they go to like an alternate version of the Marvel Universe in the 50s, that's where Wanda ends up and grabs Vision or something. Because it does take place in the 50s. You can even see it from the logo. Oh,
on here you get the other ones, which was Hawkeye and the What If. Those were the unnamed ones on that list.
Yeah.
Hawkeye wasn't on the list, neither was the What If.
that they didn't update that list, even though it was dated today. Yeah. So the What If thing is cool. It's an animated series, as we knew before, and it's got the voice
Kevin Smith on it, right?
Yeah, and it's got the voice actors the main actors from the show just doing different what if scenarios, which I like because I'm like, cool, we can get different stories, but using the actors just in a different universe or whatever, and I like that. I like the Falcon. I like all these logos. They're very cool looking.
They're cool logos. I mean, looking at this image right here, first the first thing that interests me, Strange.
Yeah.
Thor.
See, but I'm also in for...
I might watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show.
I'm going to watch the Falcon one, the What If one, and Hawkeye.
What If is... I'll check out the What If.
I want to watch the Hawkeye, too. I don't care about Loki all that much. No. Like, he's great for what he does, but I don't care about a show of what he's doing. And WandaVision, I'm like...
based on a show that, like, on a character that is outside the timeline, though.
Yeah,
like,
so, like...
Yeah. Anyways.
But this is very much Foxney, like, okay, we don't have the Fantastic Four yet. We don't have the X-Men yet. We're not sure what's going on with Spider-Man. We still have one that we can use him in or something. And then we still have... We just finished our big theatric, like, end of the Infinity Saga, now they're calling it. Mm-hmm. We lost Iron Man. We lost Cap. Thor's off on his adventures with the Guardians.
Do you think he's in the Guardians? Where's Guardians on this list?
It's probably somewhere at the end there.
Yeah. Because I know he's doing Squad, but he was supposed to do Squad and then go do Guardians.
I'm guessing the Squad will do that, and that'll be right at the end near that. I'm guessing maybe Thor, Love and Thunder kind of leads into Guardians, which that would be my guess. Mm-hmm. They were very much like, well, what do we do? We have to let's take. Well, we announced the Black Widow movie, so let's make that.
I will say this though. I understand that they're wanting to put an emphasis on the TV shows, the Disney Plus stuff. But like, when I think of like Phase 1, 2, and 3, and now Phase 4, and I see 1, 2, 3,
4
movies.
4
movies over 2 years. when they got up to doing 3 a year,
Yeah.
and then I see a bunch of TV shows that are like, I understand you're producing these shows in house now,
Yeah.
but not quite what I want to see out of my phases for these movies.
Again, I think it's just they were just like, we just finished this big 20-year phase, or 15-year phase. Let's let people breathe. We'll give them, the tie-in Black Widow movie. Everyone knows what happens to Black Widow. Let's get it before what happens. Let's see if we can get the Eternals and see what people think of that. Obviously, we were getting a Doctor Strange thing.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go with that. Thor is big right now. He's having his resurgence because of Ragnarok and the movie. Well, we need a sequel for that. Guardians, obviously, is getting a sequel. And then they took all their second-player heavy hitters and move them all over to their plus side to get people into wanting the thing. Because you're like, oh, I like Bucky and I like Falcon. I want to see what they're up to now. And without having to give them a full theatrical release because you're not sure whether or not that movie can go, you can just put them on a show. Hawkeye sounds awesome because, again, it's Jeremy Reiner's second thing. He introduced Kate Bishop. And the what ifs is just different scenarios. Loki, everybody loves Loki, and they're like, let's get more Loki. But we don't want to give him a movie because that would just be fucking redundant.
Yeah.
So we'll just give him a TV show. And then they're like, well, we can try this 10 ring thing and see if people watch it. If not, we failed, and we'll just go with another thing. They've gotten Ant-Man off the ground. So once you get Ant-Man off the ground and make it work with what they had, why not? We knew it was going to be random stuff in sequels for this next one. So while you're kind of like,
I'm curious,
maybe
I'm more interested to see Phase 5.
Which
I'm not strong on Phase 4.
I'm calling it right now. Phase 5 is 100% a Fantastic Four movie, an X-Men movie, and a New Avengers movie, and they'll probably name it something to the effect of the New Avengers.
Yeah,
and it'll take whatever characters we have from here, introduce new ones, maybe throw a couple of the X-Men in there. Maybe they introduce Luke Cage or Daredevil and put them on these New Avengers teams and with Spider-Man, and there you go. And have your maybe if what's his face is still doing it, Thor is still on the Avengers, and that's your next slate. And then maybe the sequels to Doctor Strange and Guardians 3 or 4.
Yeah, if they want that.
If they want that high. That's your next phase. That's what Phase 5 is. And Phase 5 is 100% the first movie is Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Probably followed by an X-Men and then an Avengers.
Like if this was Fantastic,
yeah,
I think X-Men would be here. I think you'd get a couple in between.
You think you get another like a sequel in between or something like and then maybe the X-Men and then your New Avengers movie.
So if this was just looking at this, Fantastic,
yeah,
X-Men, New Avengers.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Yeah. And then whatever TV shows you wanted to work out of that, because now they're canon. I would love for them to take Daredevil and just make a Disney Plus show.
Yeah, they probably will.
Because then, like, obviously now with them having their show, these characters aren't just like, they're not just TV characters anymore. You can have Jeremy Renner show up in an Avengers movie or in whatever. But yeah, that's Phase 4.
That was Comic-Con.
And that was most of the shit on Comic-Con. We were kind of all over the place. We looked up a Dog Kids TV show. I don't know. If you want to see more stuff, obviously, go check it out. This is what we just found interesting and different stuff. I was in nerd heaven this week looking up fucking figures and like what figures drop. They dropped a White Ranger Power Ranger helmet now that you can wear, and I'm just like, I wish I had a lot of money. I'm waiting for that Ghostbusters Optimus Prime to drop. Because apparently, from what I saw some things that they're actually gonna release it.
Oh,
and I'm like,
cool.
Yeah, I'm like, awesome. But yeah, that was our podcast for this week. It's actually not that much longer. Yeah. I thought we were gonna go a little bit longer than by that, but yeah. So there's your next phase. Oh, obviously, Phase 5 is going to have a sequel to Captain Marvel. I just saw her picture and I'm like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's another movie that thing. But yeah. So we'll see what this has to offer. I'm intrigued. It's different. It's very different. This is not a phase where you're like, I want to must see everything, but if it can pull us in. If that external trailer blows us away, who knows? We'll see.
Probably.
All right, guys. Again, remember, you can find us on SoundCloud. We're there now. We're there on every podcast service. We'd appreciate if you give us a follow and whatnot. See you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Bye.